Hello, I'm Jeremy. That is SP3. It is FMC. Welcome, everyone. Tuesday morning, January 10th, our weekly non-wrestling bullshit and banter. SP3, how you doing, buddy?
I am doing well on this Tuesday morning. Welcome everyone. Hope everyone's enjoying the new year and gonna enjoy a nice little hour and a half of us talking about everything not going on in wrestling, which is much crazier than the rest of the world that we're gonna be speaking of.
Yeah, we're not speaking about any of that. SP3, let's start with your favorite subject. Los Angeles basketball. But
Yes.
not the Lakers. For once
Exactly.
in our life, we are not going to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers, at least not to start. I'm sure we'll get into it. We're going to talk about the Los Angeles Clippers, SB3, because they ain't doing too hot right now. They've lost 6 straight. They lost to the Hawks the other night. They were getting blown out, and then they came back, and they were leading in the fourth, and then they still ended up losing. Kawhi's healthy-ish. He's playing. Paul George is healthy-ish. It ain't working. I'm not mad at it. We got their pick. We got their picks for like the next 5 years. I got a pick swap this year. You're very thrilled about this. They're still a playoff team. they're still in the playoffs right now. Go ahead, talk. I know you've been waiting all season. It seems like every week we start this show, we're bashing the Lakers because they're not good. We'll talk about them. But this week, the Clippers are our subject of not being good in Los Angeles.
I mean, what's new? That's my big thing, because Jeremy always wants to talk about Los Angeles Lakers. We got Anthony Davis. We won a championship in 2020, the goofy championship, Disney character championship. Regardless of if you describe it as a Mickey ring, a Goofy ring, a Doug Funny ring, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. We got a ring. And that's a lot more than the Clippers can say. The Clippers haven't even made an NBA Finals. They barely made the NBA Conference, the Western Conference Finals, and they got bumped because they didn't have Kawhi. This might be I think that people need to put it in perspective, and I think that people have been giving them no, it's okay, guys, it's all right, it's okay. Kawhi's injured, Kawhi's on load management. Paul George, he's not always healthy. We had to change out coaches. We had Doc Rivers at first. We blamed it all on him. Then we got Tyrone Lue, one of the best coaches in the league. We still can't do shit. I'm just sorry. Can we discuss the fact that Kawhi going to the Clippers may be the biggest flop in recent NBA history?
I mean, not for me. For me, I feel like it was a great move. I loved Kawhi going to the Clippers. Is fantastic because Kawhi going to the Clippers meant Paul George wanted to go, meant we got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's better than both of them, and 300 draft picks.
He's healthier. He's a lot healthier, that's for sure.
I mean, he's actually missed a little bit of time. He's still healthier. And he's better. He's better than both of them. He's becoming a defensive menace now on top of all of his scoring. That's a great move. I love Kawhi to the Clippers. I don't feel like this was a flop at all.
I'm just going by expectations against results. As far as expectations against results, Kawhi going to the Clippers may be one of the biggest flops of all time. It's right up there in my opinion. I will give the Lakers have had a couple of different flops in our lifetime, whether it be Russell Westbrook coming to the Lakers, whether it be Karl Malone and Gary Payton at the tail end of their career coming in 2004, whether it be Steve Nash and Dwight Howard coming to the Lakers and playing with Kobe Bryant and that flopping because Steve Nash was done and Dwight Howard left a lot of his intensity in Orlando. We've been a part of some of the biggest flops of all time. So that means more than anyone that you will see on YouTube talking about basketball, SP3 can identify a flop better than anyone in the business. So I identify that the Clippers are a flop that people have just been given the excuse card to because of injuries and this and that. It's like, how many seasons can we rely on the whole, oh, Kawhi, if Kawhi's healthy, maybe next year. If Kawhi's healthy, maybe the year after that. If Kawhi's healthy, maybe that year. It does not matter what year. Kawhi, his last healthy season, he won a championship in Toronto. Toronto got the best of Kawhi. It's over. I don't know if Kawhi will ever play a full season, if he will ever be at 100% health going into a playoffs. Therefore, I can identify the Clippers as the biggest flop of the last decade.
All right. Are the Clippers the biggest flop? They might be. I'm trying to rack my brain and think about it. You mentioned a couple of the Lakers ones. And look, things ain't worked out too well in Brooklyn so far.
The Brooklyn Nets are another one when they got the remnants of the Boston Big Three. That was another big time flop. But I'm sorry, like, my expectations for them weren't that high because they were getting an old KG, an old Paul Pierce. I thought they would be contender. They'd be in the playoffs, make it to the semis, make it to the conference finals. I never viewed them as a finals, like a lock. A lot of people had Kawhi on the Clippers as a finals lock, whether it be the lockout the pandemic season, whether it be the season following, whether it be this season, and it hasn't chimed out in 4 seasons now.
I mean, a lot of people had him as a lock because Kawhi was coming off a title and an MVP with the Raptors, and then he went to LA. He not only went to LA, he basically demanded that they get him a co-star, and then they went out, they traded their future for Paul George. Like, when you give up that much for a guy, it was Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, because the OKC knew that, hey, if you want Paul George, like, the only way you're getting this is Kawhi is signing. Like, the only way you're getting Kawhi to sign is if you make this deal. So that's why they ended up getting so much for Paul George. If it was just Paul George straight up, they don't get as much. But Kawhi wasn't signing unless he had that co-star there, so they had to give up a little bit more. Hey, it worked out great for my team. They had to give up a little bit more to get Paul George because Kawhi was attached to that. It's a huge flop. It is. Like, the season's not over. I'm not going to completely write off the Clippers. I'm not going to say, like, they're dead. I'm not going to go complete hot take here. I'm not going to be like, oh, they're going to miss the playoffs. I wouldn't be mad if they missed the playoffs. I wouldn't be mad if they blew everything up. I wouldn't be mad if they traded everything in the offseason because we got their draft picks. It'd be great for my team. I'm not going to fully write them off. It hasn't worked. They did make a conference finals, but, like, okay, you made a conference finals. Like, you rip Jokic all the time. Jokic has made a conference finals as well. You're still ripping him. Yeah. It was a little bit of accomplishment to make it. They made it without Kawhi, though.
They did also make it in the year that everyone got injured. To be fair, like, that's on the same level to me as a pandemic season. Like that like, Phoenix Suns got the red carpet to the NBA finals basically that season. So yeah, I can't really even say, oh man, the accomplishment, at least they got it that far, and they did it without Kawhi. They beat the Jazz, and as we found out over the last 2 seasons, the Jazz wasn't that big of an accomplishment to beat them in the playoffs.
No. Beating the Jazz, it turns out that doesn't mean a whole lot. And they did it without Kawhi, and then they lost. It's not good. It's not, Tyronn Lue, everyone wanted to heap praise on him. Like, oh, look, the adjustment he made by going 5 out. Great coach. I think Tyronn Lue is a good coach, but he's got some issues right now trying to figure this out. I'm going to throw this out there because my buddy Sammer texted this to me, and I think it was true, first off, but it turns out it is true. Kawhi Leonard's numbers, like, career, aren't great. He's obviously a Hall of Fame player. The accolades are going to make him a Hall of Fame player, right?
Yeah.
You look at his career numbers. He's averaging 19 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Those, like, on paper, nobody looks at those numbers and be like, yeah, this is a Hall of Fame player. Like, not averaging 20 points isn't great. And look, early in his career, he played big minutes for San Antonio, didn't average a lot of points. That's what, like, really tanks these numbers. Even this year, though, he's only averaging 17 points. He's a Hall of Famer. Nobody's going to dispute that. He's a two-time NBA champion, two-time Finals MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, like all defensive team, all the stuff. Like, he's definitely getting into the Hall of Fame. But if you put these, you know how people love to do like the player A averaging this much, player B averaging this much. Like, which one would you rather have? If you just did Kawhi, like player A career average this, and then you did like Tracy McGrady or something, and play as player B averaging this, where Tracy McGrady, I'm looking this up right now. Tracy McGrady averaging in his career, it got kind of tanked as well, but like 19.6, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, kind of comparable. I think people, and then if you did like career high, where Kawhi's at like 28 is his career high in points, McGrady's at 32 is his career high in points. Most people are going to end up like taking Tracy McGrady, but I think if you know those players are Kawhi Leonard and Tracy McGrady, I feel like most people would lean towards Kawhi Leonard, and certainly they would lean towards Kawhi Leonard as a whole when you look at like resume and everything. But yeah, his numbers are just, they're not as great as you would think that they would be. He's still going to be a Hall of Famer. Paul George sucks. Playoff
I mean, I've been saying this for years, and I will never forgive that man for basically edging. He edged the Los Angeles Lakers for 3 seasons. For 3 seasons, edging us, saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in LA," and then he goes to the other LA team. But I would the person that I would compare him to, and it would be a really like hard decision, is Carmelo Anthony. If you look at Carmelo Anthony's career numbers, he averaged 22.5 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, very much comparable. He's averaging more points, more minutes, definitely more games overall than Kawhi Leonard as well. So like Kawhi has the championships and the finals MVPs and defensive players, but you know, Carmelo is such a considered in a lot of ways one of the best perimeter scorers of the past 2 decades in the NBA. I think that if it came down to a choice of who would you choose to kind of be in the Hall of Fame, if it became a choice between Kawhi and Carmelo, I think that would be a very good debate.
As a scorer, Carmelo is obviously like infinitely better. Like he's
as a defender, Kawhi is better.
Infinitely better.
Yeah, he's infinitely better. That is true. But like, and then you could say like the resume is going to be the thing that puts Kawhi over the top. But I don't know. I would put Carmelo into the Hall of Fame before I would put Kawhi.
I don't know. All right. Forget Hall of Fame debate. Okay, because they're both Hall of Famers. Like, they're both first ballot Hall of Famers. So throw that out for a second. I love doing these thought exercises.
Yeah,
you're starting a team. You're starting a team from scratch. Who are you taking? Kawhi or Carmelo? And then I'll throw another one at you.
Honestly, I would take Carmelo. Because really with Kawhi, I have no guarantees that I'm getting a player for 70 games. Out of the 82 games, I'm getting 70. I'd rather a healthy, great scorer than an injury-prone, great defender. That's just me.
All right. Your second best player is, let's say your second best player is Steve Nash, and he might even let's say your other best player is Steve Nash, prime Steve Nash. Are you taking Kawhi or are you taking Carmelo?
If you get prime Steve Nash, then yeah, I'll take Kawhi, because Steve Nash is a little bit more durable. So at least I got someone that can be a durable player, and he's not the best defender, so he's probably his second or third best player to be that elite defender that Kawhi is. So yeah, I would take Kawhi then, but I wouldn't say the person who picks Carmelo is wrong, because then you have just an elite scoring team. You have a guy who's going to get Carmelo in the right spots and get him to score. And probably if Carmelo played with a point guard like Steve Nash, he would be more efficient, and he would be along the lines of how efficient Kawhi has been throughout his career.
I would take Kawhi if Steve Nash is my second best player, because Nash will get some buckets. Kawhi will do his thing. He'll get in the right spot. And like defensively, you need somebody to be helpful defensively. All right, Joel Embiid is your second best player or your co-star. Who are you taking?
Oh, then it's definitely Carmelo, in my opinion.
Oh, see, I like
Definitely Carmelo.
defensively, Embiid and Kawhi. That's such
Oh,
a
that would be great. But if I have Carmelo, I'm having two guys who could give me 25 plus. And even if Carmelo gets beat on the perimeter, you got Joel Embiid in the post who's going to protect the paint. So yeah, I know that Joel Embiid and Kawhi might be the best, like, big man wing player defenders that's ever played together. Probably they could achieve that, but I have no guarantees with Kawhi Leonard playing the games. And Joel Embiid has showed that he can get hurt and he can miss a bunch of games as well. So you want two guys that might possibly you end up at the end of the season not playing with either one of them? I'm good. I'll take Carmelo then.
You're very high on the durability. I respect that. I don't think, when I think of these all-time scenarios, I'm not so much worried about the durability, probably because I turned the injury sliders all the way down.
So see, now I'm playing 2K like how you wanted me to play. I'm playing with injuries.
Yeah, now you have the injuries on.
So now I gotta think about these things. I'm playing with the injuries on. What are we doing here?
Man, I think I would take Kawhi. He's better. He's more just well-rounded than Carmelo. I mean, like, you want to talk about obviously great scoring and everything. Kawhi can get buckets. It's not that Kawhi can't get buckets. He's past 30
one of the
now.
best mid-range shooters of the past decade.
Yeah, he can get buckets. Defensively, he's a terror. Like, resume's better. Look, Carmelo never made finals or anything. Yeah, the conference finals, but he never went to the finals or anything like that. Kawhi's got 2 titles, two MVPs. Like,
this is true.
Finals
but I mean, I'm just gonna say it. I value the Toronto championship and NBA finals a lot more than I do the NBA finals MVP against the Miami Heat. That to me is like the Andre. It's a level up from the Andre Iguodala finals MVP, because he played better against LeBron. But do I think he was the best player on his team at that time? No, I don't. I just don't.
I don't disagree with that. Like, Kawhi, that was very much a team MVP type thing, and then they just ended up giving it to Kawhi because they want to give it to somebody on the winning team, which I understand. So I don't disagree with that notion. The Toronto one, completely him. Like,
it's one of the most impressive playoff runs of all time, and you can go back on YouTube and see how much of an idiot it made Max Kellerman on First Take. Because I was talking about this the other day when I was talking about the Clippers with one of my friends, and I was like, you remember all those years when Kawhi was playing so well and Max Kellerman literally basically ruined his job at First Take because he would go on these rants about how Kawhi was a better clutch player than Kobe Bean Bryant, and that was just so fraudulent, and everyone called him out for it just because the statistics, because he was an analytics guy. He was like, the statistics say he was more clutch than Kobe Bean Bryant, and he totally talked himself out of that First Take job. He got given the keys to the ESPN mansion when Skip decided to leave and he got the role of filling in for Skip on First Take, and those rants of him saying that Kawhi was better than Kobe, literally you could see it if you go back and watch it clip after clip. It was draining Stephen A. Smith because Stephen A. Smith knew how fraudulent and how totally out there those rants were. And it was the fact that Max Kellerman didn't get interviews with the Los Angeles Lakers when he used to cover the Lakers in the early 2000s. I knew it. I know that was the real deal because Max used to always be big on Kobe and Shaq back when he was the host of Around the Horn. But then he got a vendetta against them because he never got the coverage that a lot of the other people that would cover the Los Angeles Lakers at their peak got. So he took it out on Kobe later on in his career. After Kobe's career was over, he decided to jump on the Kawhi bandwagon and say Kawhi was better than him. And now your ass is on a 7 a.m. show and we probably get more views than you.
I don't know if we get quite more views. I mean, we're going to end up taking that spot at some point. Like,
this is true.
We're going to end up on ESPN or First Take. All these idiots keep having stupid tweets that are going to get them rightfully fired and canceled because they feel like they got to tweet about everything. When no, just put Twitter down. My phone got taken from me last night.
All I will say is that it made for better television last week, though. With
Shannon Sharp was about to murder that man. He should have. Nobody in the world, no jury would have convicted Shannon Sharp. They would be like, "Oh, yeah, that's fair. That makes sense."
Like even my missus who watches me watch like Undisputed Clips on YouTube, and she always asks, she comes in and she'll be like, why is he always yelling talking about Shannon? And then I showed her that clip and she was like, this is like the first time I'm on his side. Like I'm on his side 100%. Like Skip, because I showed her the tweet what Skip said and then his response on the day prior and then how Shannon responded when he came back, and she was like, this is the first time. She was like, I understand why he got loud. I understand why he's upset, and I'm totally on his side. So like Shannon, we all in your corner right now.
Yes, 100%. Anything else? All right. Do you think the Clippers make the playoffs? Do you still have them as a playoff team? I'm talking playoffs. I don't give a fuck about the play-in. Playoffs. Yeah,
I know. The playoffs. Yeah, I think they do. They're better. I can't say they're better than the Suns, who are underneath them, but they are better than all the teams that seem to be competing for the play-in. And yes, I am including my own Los Angeles Lakers, who are only a game and a half behind the Clippers. I just want to point that out. We're a game and a half out of 7 seed, or no, we're actually one game. We're one game behind the 8th seed, a game and a half behind 7 and 6 seed.
But LeBron's being very passive aggressive again, even though they're winning, which rules. He didn't say what he said, but he didn't actually say it, and he's not actually focused on that. This man, after beating the Kings, was like, y'all know what the fuck we need to do. We need to trade, get these draft picks. We need to not waste or trade these draft picks. We need to not waste one of my final seasons. We need to go make a run at the title. But I'm not really focused on. I'm only focused on. Y'all know what we need to what we need to do. But I'm only focused on basketball. I don't control what the front office does. I don't speak to the front office. But I'm speaking to the front office. But I didn't actually say these things that I'm saying right now.
Oh my God.
I'm not actually speaking these words that are coming out of my mouth.
I've never seen someone say something so adamant and backtrack that fast. Like that was amazing backtracking. He even went on Twitter, retweeted the story. It was like, I didn't actually say that. I'm focused on the, like, he tried it everywhere. He tried it with the media after the game. He tried it on Twitter. He tried it on he probably gonna do something on his show about it. Like yo, it was amazing, the backtracking abilities of LeBron James.
It ruled that he went on Twitter and was like, I didn't say what I said.
I didn't say what I said.
Yeah. Those words that I said, I didn't actually say them.
That quote you got, I didn't actually say that in the way that it came off. Oh man, LeBron, you're amazing. We love you. We're so happy that we have you just a couple of more seasons. He's about to break the scoring record. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
It is fantastic that like when they're losing, he's mad because they're not getting help. Understandable. And then when they're winning, he's mad because they're not doing enough to vault them into higher contention, which also kind of understandable.
Yes.
He's just not going to be happy until they trade those draft picks. Like he's like, I do not give a fuck about 2027. I'm not going to be here in 2027. This is the Magic Johnson meme. Like, LeBron, what do you think about the 27 picks? I'm not going to be here. I don't care. Trade them and get me help right now. Like, get me some players right now. Don't care about 2027. It rules. And when you sign LeBron James, you understand the obligation that you're going to have to make with these future draft picks. You're going to have to just empty your cupboard because he wants to compete, rightfully so. He's still playing amazing basketball, and you're just going to have to sacrifice those picks to placate him and try to win a title. Obviously, it's a lot easier to do that if you're like a top 4 seed and it's like, okay, well, one more player can get us over the top, as opposed to a 10 seed. And it's like, okay, one more player might sneak us into the playoffs. But the West ain't looking great this year. And if you got LeBron playing at this level in the playoffs, you hope that Anthony Davis is healthy. You take your chances by going and getting another player. I know the rumor was Bogdanovich, Pistons Bogdanovich for Beverly, Nunn, and a first-round pick. And like, I understand they want protections on that pick, and I'd want protections if you're the Lakers as well, because 2027, you don't know what your team looks like in 2027. You're probably going to be bad, assuming LeBron is retired or elsewhere, Davis wants out, or you have to trade him. You're probably not going to be that great of a team. So you would want to have that pick like top 5 protected just in case. I understand not wanting to make that an unprotected pick because it's very possible you're giving up a top 5 pick in 2027. Otherwise, like if you can get top 5, maybe top 3, you could probably go ahead and do that pick because Bogdanovich is exactly the kind of player they need.
They need score. They need guys who can make shots, and are going to get open shots with playing with LeBron and Anthony Davis. Hopefully, Anthony Davis, I hear, is doing better on his road to recovery, so that's a good thing. LeBron played amazing in our 5-game winning streak. Of course, we played pretty. I think we played back-to-back or just a day in between. So he took off against the Nuggets. We basically punted that game against the Nuggets. No, that was smart. That was smart.
Oh, that's a cowardly. No, that's a cowardly move. It was.
Nope.
It was not back-to-back. By the way,
no.
There was a.
It was what game? I said a day in between.
Okay, why couldn't he
had
play
back-to-back? He played back-to-back the day that week.
Why couldn't he play against the Nuggets?
Because he played back-to-back before that.
All right, who do they play? I'm gonna look up their schedule.
I'm pretty sure that in that 5-game stretch we did have a back-to-back.
I'll look this up. It's cowardly that they did not play.
My god,
that he did not play.
This guy with his cowardness.
He is. He was like, I'm not going to face Jokic, the real MVP.
A real coward. A real coward is the Thunder for not playing Chet Holmgren. That's who the real.
He's actually injured. He's legitimately injured. I don't think he can play. So they played Atlanta and Sacramento back to back. So he decided to play those 2 games back to back because they figured, we have a better chance of beating Sacramento than we do Denver. And so I'll just sit out the Denver game. That's cowardly.
Obviously we needed him against the Kings. It was only a 2-point game and we almost got screwed over as well with that last play with that foul on Westbrook. That should have been an and 1. We almost got screwed over. So we needed LeBron in that game. That was a smart move.
He should have sat out against the Hawks because the Hawks
2 close games. We needed him for the Hawks. That was a close. That was a pretty close.
It was
game.
It was 130, 114. That's not close.
In the 4th, we pulled away in the 4th.
Okay, it wasn't close.
It's close going into the 4th.
Wasn't close though.
Oh my god, will you stop? Will you stop?
They didn't pull away in the fourth. They pulled away in the second and the first. They outscored them in the first 37-28, outscored them in the second 33-21. They were dominating by half. He couldn't sit the second half?
Nope. He had to play. He had to play.
You were even wrong about the game. You're wrong about the score.
No, we did not. We did not pull away. We would not.
Did you watch the game?
Yes, we did because we were down going into the second half. So what are you talking about? We pulled away in the second.
Wait, how were they down going into the second half when they outscored them 37-28 in the first?
We got outscored in the first. I'm talking about the game where we won 130-121.
Who cares about that? This is Atlanta I'm talking about.
Oh, my God. Will you stop?
This is December 30th. Why are you going back a year? You're talking about a game that was last year. I'm talking about a game that was last week.
Yeah, that game, maybe he should have sat out.
What game are you talking about?
Maybe he should have sat out in the second half. Maybe. But we won. That's all that matters. We won. And we decided he was going to rest against the Nuggets. Nuggets is at full health. We'll get the Nuggets. We'll get that win back. We already beat them this season. What are we talking about? Yeah. That was them getting it. We just gave them their win back.
He's a coward.
No, you're a coward. You're a coward with your false analytics, your false words on the Los Angeles Lakers. You always find a way to hate on the Lakers. Thank you, Money Mark. Thank you, Money Mark. We've beaten the Nuggets twice this season. We didn't need to first and the third time. What? Are you kidding me? Thank you, Money Mark. And Money Mark's a Boston fan. When we're getting help from Boston fans, you know that we are in the right.
I don't hate the Lakers. I'm rooting for them.
Yeah, all right.
I want to see LeBron in the playoffs. The playoffs are better with LeBron.
Don't let me count how many episodes you've hated on the Lakers.
Probably a lot. That doesn't mean
how many episodes of FMC?
Probably a lot.
And we need Kaden to put together the clips of Jeremy hating on the Lakers throughout the run of FMC.
I mean, I know I've hated on the Lakers a lot. I don't hate the Lakers though. I hate on them because it's funny to me. It's funny that they went out and LeBron pushed for Russell Westbrook thinking that was going to work, and it didn't. You know, I love Russell Westbrook. That's my guy. I want him to win a title. Unfortunately, he's stuck with an injury-prone Anthony Davis and a passive-aggressive LeBron James and a bunch of guys who can't shoot the basketball.
Hey, we played well. We've won 5 out of our last 6. Hopefully we can, get this W on Thursday against the Dallas Mavericks. We'll be well on our way. We are just a game and a half out of 7th place. If I would have told you that a month and a half ago, you would have laughed at me, Jeremy. You would have laughed at me. We've come a long way from our 13-9 prediction by Christmas, which I was correct. And now we are well on our way to being 500 by the end of January.
They're playing better. Like, they are playing better. I give them credit for playing better. I think they are a play-in team. I don't know if they are a playoff team.
I think we're a play-in team, but we're going to win the play-in and we're going to make the playoffs.
The Brooklyn Nets were the hottest team.
My Brooklyn Nets. I love how I got called out when I said that on Twitter. So it was like, oh my God, you're portraying the Lakers. I was like, no, it was a running bit on FMC that has now become I worked myself into a shoot, ladies and gentlemen. The Brooklyn Nets is my second team. And look how great we are, second place in the East. Man. And then I had to put our boy Professor Harrison. I had to put him on blast because we beat the Pelicans. We beat those Pelicans. That's why we got to invite Professor Harrison back. All-Star break. We gotta have a mid-season review. We gotta have Professor back because he was right about the Pelicans being one of the better teams in the West, but I was also right about the Brooklyn Nets being what they are, which is KD is having an MVP type of season. He's put himself into that top 5 conversation. I wouldn't put him above, certain people like Jokic, Luka, Tatum, but I think he's 4 or 5 in the top 5 for the MVPs of this year.
it's a shame that Kevin Durant got hurt because he was playing amazing basketball. The Nets really figured it out. They weren't having any type of issues for once. It seems like they've had issues all year. And then once everybody quieted down, they could just play basketball. That's all Kevin Durant wants to do. He just wants to hoop, right? And then when they weren't having any more issues, they started to just play great basketball. And now Durant's hurt. It seems like every year Durant gets hurt at some point in the season. I hope he comes back healthy. Fuck Kevin Durant. I still like watching him play basketball. He's still very fun to watch play basketball. But it's still fuck Kevin Durant all day, every day here in the Lambert household.
Hey, Kevin Durant, you're invited to the cookout. You're invited to the family cookout with Kyrie, who's been playing well. It looks like he's going to even make I voted. I did my all-star voting. I don't know if you have, and I definitely put Kyrie. Kyrie deserves to be an all-star.
I mean, Kyrie will make the all-star game just for like voting.
Yeah. But he deserves it. He deserves it.
He probably does. The voting is
deserving.
Stupid. Russell Westbrook nearly made the All-Star game just off voting, which, I mean, come on now.
Deserving, not Russell Westbrook, but Kyrie, he's deserving. And he deserves to be an All-Star. My All-Star picks for the East were Kyrie, Donovan Mitchell, Giannis, Tatum, KD.
That's fair. That's fair. I had to think about it for a second.
And yes, I penalized Embiid for failing me of not winning the MVP last season. And on the West, I'm not going to tell you about West.
Oh gosh, did you go Lakers homing? Did you go like full Lakers homer? Patrick Beverly.
No.
Thomas Bryant.
No. My front court is LeBron, AD. And I forgot who the other forward was for me. But I know my guards were Luka and Ja. Luka and Ja was my front court. I mean, my back court.
Why are you laughing at that? I'm not. Did you not go Jokic?
I didn't pick Jokic. That's why. I didn't pick Jokic in the front court.
Who was your other front court?
Oh, Zion. Zion was my other front court. It was AD, Zion, and LeBron.
Wow. Why are you putting two players who are just going to sit on the bench the entire All-Star game? At least pick somebody who's going to play.
Well, AD deserves to be an All-Star, even if he's not going to play.
Zion is going to be on the bench as well.
Yeah, probably so. So that means the coaches and the players will fill in for those spots, but they at least deserve to be voted in.
Bench people, yeah. Louis notes that Austin Reeves was top 10 in voting. Yes.
See?
Was because the voting
well deserved. 3-and-D, one of the best 3-and-D players in Los Angeles.
Yeah, Steph not making it a little suspect, but like I'm not mad at Josh. Luka's gotta be there.
I'm sorry. I'm penalizing Steph for my fantasy team. I picked him on my fantasy team. He's been out for like 10 straight games. I'm like, I wanted more. I wanted more from Steph.
I mean, Steph is playing great. The rest of the team,
he played great. He played great while he was playing, but he's been out.
Anthony Davis played great while he was playing, but he's been out, and you still voted for him.
I value what Anthony Davis was able to accomplish in the games that he did play more than what Steph Curry was able to.
Less wins?
Huh?
Less wins?
What? We were on a winning streak before he got injured.
Who had more wins at the time that both men got injured?
I would have to ask my statistician, and he's off for today, so I can't answer that.
Oh, I'll look it up. I'll let
you know. No, it's
Hold
fine. On. It's fine.
Hold
we can
on.
move on. We can move on and talk about other things.
I'll tell you who it. Hold on. No. I want to make sure we have the facts here on FMC. We're nothing if not factual.
Factual evidence.
Yeah, we're nothing if not factual on this show. So Davis got hurt, and the Los Angeles Lakers, he got hurt on December 16th is when he started to miss games. The Lakers were 12-16 at the time of his injury.
And we started 2-12.
All right, 12-16.
Just want to specify Curry, that. So we were on a 10-2 run. A 10 and 12-16.
Why'd they
no,
start?
10,
why'd they
10
start
and 12, 10-4.
Why'd they
10-4.
start so bad? Was Anthony Davis hurt all those games too?
Yeah, he was just getting back into healthy. Yeah.
Steph Curry got injured December 14th.
Mm-hmm.
So Anthony Davis played one more game than him,
Yeah.
and they were 14-15. So there you go. I gave you the numbers.
Just 2 games. He was just 2 games higher with a much better team. Oh my god!
Is two not more than?
But that's just 2. He won 2 more games with the NBA champions.
The other team has LeBron James and Russell Westbrook, who you've told me are very good.
I said Russell Westbrook can be a good 6 man. I never said he would be. He's a good player.
But is 2 not more than 0? Like, is 14 not more than 12?
I do value that one more game that Anthony Davis was able to play more than Steph Curry.
Well, it's not really he was able to play one more game because that's just when they got injured. You got to take into account the games that Anthony Davis missed prior to that.
He missed like 1 or 2. No, he missed like 4 or something.
Steph has played 26 games this season. Anthony Davis has played 25 games. So actually, Steph Curry has played one more game than Anthony Davis. So you're wrong.
And that one more game, he did not play too well. So that's why I'm putting Anthony Davis ahead of Steph Curry for an All-Star.
SB3 has been wrong a lot on this show today. Just completely wrong all show. He's trying, everybody. He's trying. What are they?
I thought we weren't going to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers today. Like this is what I was told. This is how I was convinced to come here.
I don't tell you anything.
And then he lies to me. He just straight up lies to me. I feel betrayed. Anthony Davis was averaging 27 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. Steph Curry. Let's see. Steph Curry was averaging. He was putting up numbers. He was averaging 30 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal.
On what shooting from 3?
Yeah, he was averaging 43% from 3.
That's insane. 43%.
That is insane. That is insane.
So it sounds like you once again. Like, we're wrong.
Huh?
You were wrong.
Wrong of what?
I don't know. Just everything.
No, not everything.
Yeah.
No, not everything.
Just it hasn't been a good day.
I was wrong about my being Laker bias and my All-Star voting. I was very Laker bias in my All-Star voting. I can admit that. I am nothing but honest here.
That's fair. For the most part, you are very honest.
Mm-hmm.
I will give you that. We will do, whenever the rosters are announced, we'll do a All-Star Fantasy Draft.
Yes. I would be playing the role of LeBron James. You would be playing the role of Kevin Durant.
Yeah, we got to draft. We're going to be drafting LeBron and Durant, so they're going to be in the draft pool.
Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna bring my blazer for that day.
Oh, okay.
Bring my blazer. I'm gonna be a real GM-ish. And we gotta have Professor Nick be the judge of who has the better team.
We can do that. We'll get Nick back on here. Nick is great. I saw you guys talking shit during the Nets and Pelicans game.
He's awesome. He's the best.
He rules.
He rules.
Anything else from the world of the national? All right, wait. I got one for you, SB3. I said this before the season, and like. I'm going to manifest this. All right. I'm going to manifest this. Russell Westbrook for Chris Paul. It's going to happen. It is 100% going to happen.
You're back on this? You're back on this bandwagon?
I've been on it. I never jumped off of this one. It's going to happen. It is definitely going to happen.
The Suns have been struggling. That's for sure.
Yeah. They've been struggling big time.
We are a game behind the Suns. Did you ever think that we would be saying that? How the season started? Us 2-12.
I did. I mean, not how the season started, but you know,
we started 2-12. I think they started like 12-4. Like,
you know, I was very down on the Suns coming into the season, and they started very well, and then Booker got hurt, and they've just completely tanked it from there. Chris Paul for Russell Westbrook. That's my prediction. That's where I'm going.
Hey, I'd be here for it if LeBron is ready to play off the ball, because that's going to be the best thing for his career. I've been saying that for a few years now, but it depends. It depends.
I'm telling you. I am
He's
telling you.
He's a better shooter than Russell Westbrook, so I will take it. I'll take any type of shooting we could possibly get. I'd take it at this point.
Chris Paul would be a better fit on that team.
Maybe. Possibly.
Really?
I'll take campaign. I'll take campaign from that. I am desperate at this point. I won't even take Chris Paul. I'll take campaign.
Three OKC point guard legends. You already got Dennis Schroeder. Campaign, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, Dennis Schroeder. Just all OKC legends right there.
Dennis Schroeder, man. That's been the best investment. We paying him like less than $2 million. He's been probably our best point guard.
I mean, he's playing very well. Like, Schroeder's always been able to like score in bunches and everything. That was never his issue. Defensively, he can have lapses, and there's also like, I mean, we saw it last night. He wasn't good last night against the Nuggets. Like, he's not going to be a guy. He's going to have those games where he's just inefficient and not good. But
he needs one of those players on the court. He plays much better when LeBron or AD is on the court.
Yeah, I mean,
because he gets his open looks.
Most people do. I mean,
this is true. That's true.
Yeah. Anything else in the world of basketball?
No, that's all for now. I just want to say thank you, my Brooklyn Nets. You make talking about basketball a little bit easier for me on this show. I appreciate you.
Let me invite our pal Cher Delaware, and we'll get into the challenge. But first, you have what show did you watch that now I'm gonna have to talk the wife into watching?
So it's called Dated and Related. It's on Netflix. I believe you were the first person that told me about it when it was like first talked about. But I
may have mentioned it.
Yeah, you may have mentioned it to me, and I watched it. And my oh my, this is a quality Netflix reality show, and by quality I mean it's trash reality. But it's good. It's pretty good. And the fact that I saw someone on this show that I absolutely despise. It was more than one person because they're twins. They're called the Wade twins. So basically the concept with Dated and Related is they have this villa and you go in with a sibling, a family member, and you have to find, true love. The winner is the couple that have like the strongest relationship as voted on by the other people in the villa. At first, it did seem like, it was going to be like a sibling pair that won, but they did kind of let it be known that it's going to be a couple that does win in the long run. But they had, a couple of different twins. They had these two twins from London. I think they were called the Perazzi twins. It's Nina and Diana. They were like these two hot brunettes that everybody was kind of going for like early on. And then later on in the show, they had these two black brothers from London, Kieran and Kaz, who were very popular early on, especially like Kaz had different girls going for him. They had a couple of brother-sister pairs, which made stuff interesting. Like the first date that they that was ever on the show was the brother-sister pair going out with the two black brothers. So you had the other brother who the girl wasn't attracted to, trying to distract the brother. So so Kaz could talk to Karina. That was the sisters pair. And then like later on into the show, like a couple of episodes in, they start bringing in like new sibling pairs, and they brought in these two sibling pairs called the Wade twins, Will and Henry. They were named after Prince William and Prince Henry. And the most smug up, nose up in the air, full of themselves, twin brothers that I've ever seen on television, on reality television at that. And this dude just kept he would get into, like, he had first, they went out on a date with the two twins, Nina and Diana, but they were kind of already in, like, had an attraction with Kaz and Kieran back at the house, so that didn't work out. So then the brother Will, who is the worst of the two brothers, he was attracted to this girl named Julia, and Julia's like really shy. She had tried stuff with Joey, who was the brother of Karina, and they're both shy, so it didn't work as well. So she was kind of torn between Joey and then Will. Will was more confident and stuff, but then, like, when they, like, let everybody know, oh, it's going to be a couple pair that wins the $100,000, that's all this guy kept talking about the entire time. Like, oh, you know, it's $100,000, you know, you gotta find the right person so you can win the money. And everybody's like, no, we're trying to find the right person for love. Like that's like, we're trying to find the person for love. The $100,000 is kind of like the bonus in that. But he kept talking about that, and then he went to the girl Julia and was basically like, oh, you need to stop being so shy and having your hands folded. You need to you know, open up a little bit more. Basically telling her how to act. And like that bugged me the wrong way, because I have sisters, and she was there. Julia was there with her brother. So I was like, if that was me, I would start bashing his brains in. Like, you're not going to tell my sister how to act. And then on top of that, she eventually realizes, like, he's not the guy for her. So she tells him, oh, you know, I don't think this is going to work out. And as she's in the middle of that sentence, Jeremy, he starts saying, yeah, I totally agree. I'm totally the same. Yeah, this is not going to work out. You know, you're too closed off. And, you know, I don't think that we have a connection. Basically, like, taking control of her, trying to, like, end things with him. He was like trying to take control of that. And then, like, the brother, like, yelled at him and, like, barked on him. The sister came in, barked on him and stuff. So then he moves on. So he starts going with this new girl.
Don't give up the full show, SP3. I want to try to watch this and not have the full thing spoiled.
But I just have to explain how much of a smug bastard he is. He did the same thing to another girl, telling her how to act. Like, I wanted to go through the TV and smack the mustache off of this smug piece of crap. Like, oh my God, Will and Henry are the worst reality television personalities I have ever seen on reality television. And I've seen a lot of trash reality. I watched Big Ed on 90 Day Fiance, and those twins are worse than Big Ed.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. I know the wife is watching this show. So we'll see if you did enough to sell her, or if you spoiled the entire thing and now she's not going to be like, well, now I don't want to watch it. But we'll see. We'll see if she is sold on potentially watching Dated and Related here.
Hey, you spoiled most of Too Hot to Handle for me. It was still entertaining to watch.
You should have just cut me off then, like I did you.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Did I spoil Too Hot to Handle? I don't remember spoiling this at all.
Dude, I know we're not supposed to talk about it, but I'm a wrestling fan. You know, I've been dealing with 20 years of SmackDown spoilers before it finally became live. Like, what are we talking about here? I'm good.
She has said we can watch this trash if you want. Of course, I always want to watch trash reality. Are you kidding me?
And I just started watching season 4 of Too Hot to Handle. Nigel might be Too Hot to Handle GOAT status. Nigel is Too Hot to Handle GOAT status. Like, this man, he thought he could get away with murder in that villa.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Not gonna spoil anything.
No,
I don't feel like I spoiled any of this stuff for anybody. But yeah, Nigel's fantastic.
He's perfect. And then I've been like kind of between 3 reality shows. So I've just like watched a few episodes of Too Hot to Handle. I finished Dated and Related. I'm up to date on The Circle. I know new episodes is going to drop tomorrow. Have you started watching Circle season?
No, I've not started watching The Circle. I don't have time to watch these shows, but I've not finished. I've not started even watching The Circle.
All I will say, this is not a spoiler. Shuby, I love you, but that's all.
That's all. Okay. See, I want to watch it because Shuby's there, and I did like him. He was great. I'll get to it at some point. I promise I will get to it at some point. But these Drew McIntyre interviews aren't going to listen to themselves.
So he does so many of them.
He does. He actually hasn't done a lot in a while. All right, our pal Cher Delaware is here. We're going to talk about the challenge and dating. Everyone go watch Tag Talk. That's on Fightful Overbooked right now. Hello, Cher Delaware. How are you?
I am here.
Okay, that's better than nothing. We're glad you're here.
Sherilyn Delaware.
Sherilyn
Delaware. Okay.
So last night at about 11:30, I was laying in bed and I was like, shit, I did not cancel that Match.com 1 week free subscription. And so I canceled it right before it would charge me.
Oh.
Very nicely done.
Yeah. Glad you did not get charged for another week.
I would have been real bad because it would have charged me like $120.
Let's get into the challenge ride or dies. So we had the daily, which was the daily was like a multiple events. So we had like target shooting where you had to eat stuff. It was like a mini challenge, except you could rotate your people in and out. So it wasn't one person doing the whole thing. So we had like target shooting, but you had to eat some nasty shit or drink some nasty shit. You had a puzzle that also had like running as well that was involved. And then you had the physical thing with like the bungee on there as well. So
and the memory. The
memory thing too. So a little bit of everything that you'll basically see in a final, except you could pick who was going to do it on your team. Team Fessy won, and they won thanks to Devin, who, oh my God, Cher Delaware. Are you there?
I'm here.
Just yelled at everybody else thanks to Devin. They won thanks to Devin, who Fessy is doing the target shooting, and Devin, who was the spotter for Jordan, got him to do the targets. Instead of just letting Fessy continue, helps him, and so it was a time thing, and they had less time. I'm hearing myself in my head, and it's throwing me off.
It's because you're so loud, you're getting picked up on the microphone.
Oh my gosh. All right. I'll just be quiet.
Here. That better?
Quiet.
It was literally, that's why I kept moving the mic away. You were so loud, you were picking up on the microphone.
All right. I'll try to be quieter.
Well, it doesn't matter now. I took them off.
So Devin helps Fessy instead of just letting him sit there, so the time keeps running, and he's like, oh, we got a big enough lead, it's fine. And then in the end, they didn't have a big enough lead because in the little bungee pull thing, Jordan and I forgot who his partner was, but Jordan and Mariah could not get it done, and they ended up losing because the other team could get it done. And all Devin had to do was let Fessy sit there and throw up and miss targets, and he couldn't do it.
That was so dumb. That was just so dumb. You gave them the win, and not only was it so dumb, I'm sick of people saving Fessy. Yo, let's expose him. Expose him that he's not as good as he thinks he is. I just need more of that. More of that in my life. That's what I need from the challenge, is people proving that Fessy is not as good as he believes he is.
Yeah, can't stand Fessy. Don't like him. Wish he would get the hell out, but he keeps getting saved. He keeps getting rescued. The one elimination he was in against Nelly T was to his strengths as a physical kind of thing, and he ended up winning. Good on him. He won. Like, credit to him. He's going to falter again in a final. And I very much look forward to that.
And I didn't like how, the whole him and Mariah, him getting on Mariah for the burn vote.
Yes.
And then when it came to the elimination, you're worthless. You are worthless. I'm not gonna. She burned her vote. I don't know what side she's on, so I'm not gonna root for anybody. you are the worst. You're the worst person that they have had on the challenge. And you are right under the Wade twins as far as the worst people to be on reality television.
Yeah, 100%. And he's gonna make the final though. Like, he's gonna make the final, and then after that, we will see.
He's gonna choke again in the final.
I mean, he's still going to be with Mariah because, spoiler, it's not spoiler, we're reviewing the show. Mariah got eliminated in the elimination.
Because she can't spell devotion.
Because she can't spell devotion.
She won! She won! How did you?
That was so great, though. Nani yelled check first.
Yes.
She had check first. And then TJ was like, well, you got to hit the buzzer. And Mariah hit the buzzer first. But then, yes, she flipped the O and the I in devotion, and so she was wrong. The elimination was you had to kind of pull up this little puzzle thing, and then it was anagrams. Not even really anagrams because they weren't different words. They were just mixed letters, and you had to figure out what the word was. And they were all, challenge, ride or dies related. There was like friendship, devotion, partners, words
allies.
Like that. Yeah. TJ's wife was there. She was, thrilled to be taking in her first challenge.
For reasons?
Yeah, just for reasons. It was just ride or die. Do you think she's actually there for the majority of these tapings? Because they do a lot of these shows. He'd be gone for however many weeks at a time. It feels like she should be there. Hey, I don't know what she if she has any other job or anything, but when he goes away on these vacations, it would be nice if she just got flown in to spend some time with him. So maybe this is the first time they're like, let's just put her on screen. It's ride or dies.
I mean, I think that would be the smart thing. If I was the host of the challenge, I'd be taking my missus and the kids on a couple of these vacations. Paid vacations?
Survives.
Come on.
So Nani survives. It's very funny if TJ's saw the old Nani in this one. What is the old Nani? Nani was never this great.
I feel like that might be an insult.
I much rather prefer the new Nani.
Yeah.
He's playing pretty well in the challenge,
We saw glimpses of the old Nani, and this one's no, she actually won this one. So the old Nani probably would have lost. And she nearly lost because she yelled check instead of hitting the buzzer. And if Mariah had spelled devotion right, she would have been gone. Oh, I'm honestly mad that Mariah that she spelled it wrong, because the fit that would have happened over Nani yelling check first but not hitting the buzzer first would have been legend.
It would have been comparable to the Laurel.
Yes.
Exactly what I was thinking. Laurel against Ninja in War of the Worlds 2.
Yep. It would have been great. But
which I still say was bullshit because
it was.
I mean, also I just don't like Ninja.
I didn't like Laurel.
I wasn't.
I'm a West guy. I didn't like how she treated.
I've never really been a Laurel fan, but I still think that call was bullshit. I didn't really have anything in it because I didn't really like either of them, but I don't know.
Anything else from the challenge? That Mariah is still safe because Fessy is still safe, and we will see her back at some point because I don't think Fessy is going to end up losing or anything.
I don't know. It depends on if they lose on a guy's day. They should throw
the guys' day challenge and put Fessy in there.
Yes. Put Fessy in and then let it be just between Bananas and Chauncey for who pulls the dagger. And if they can get Bananas versus Fessy in the elimination, that's magic for the other team.
Bananas ain't risking that at all. They ain't risking that at all, though. To be to have it be a 50-50 dagger pull, they'll tell Bananas which is the safe dagger. So
I mean, yeah. They'll put a banana on one of the daggers.
Yeah, which one is it, guys?
I don't know.
That'll wrap up our challenge recap. for this week. Let's get into everyone's favorite segment. Sherilyn Delaware-Lynn and her online dating. Do we have more Match profiles to read? Like, can we still read them, or because the subscription's done? Like, we can't.
I don't know. Let me look.
Okay. Let's see if we can read some more profiles here. We read a bunch last week. If you would like to go through those, last week's episode where Cher read all the people who messaged her, including one person who asked, "Did you know Fozzie was a wrestler?" What is this finger waving you were doing to me?
So I just had a pop-up that said, "Skip the liking and waiting. We've got you. Instantly start the conversation for free with matches made by us." So we're going to see who Match.com puts me with. Matched by us.
Very scary.
Oh, I have to answer questions. 5 years down the road, I see myself living in marital bliss, taking care of kids, traveling the world, or not sure.
Oh, marital bliss.
Marital bliss.
Fuck them kids.
In 5 years, they'll be old enough to take care of themselves.
Okay, so this is my friends describe me as, so you can each pick one.
Okay.
Calm, energetic, charming, shy.
Come?
What?
That's what I heard.
She
Calm.
said calm.
Calm.
She definitely said calm, ladies and gentlemen. Calm.
Energetic, charming, shy, social, expressive, intellectual, or easygoing.
I would say charming.
Is there an
Oh,
other
thanks.
option?
No.
No. Intelligent.
There we go. Charming and intelligent.
I feel my best when I'm with someone who is calm, energetic, charming, shy, social, expressive, intellectual, easygoing.
Come. You feel your best when someone you're with comes.
Calm. We're gonna put calm.
Calm. I love how she's like slowing down her pronunciation.
I don't know if the wife is watching anymore. I just texted her "come," and I'm gonna see what she says.
Let's see if she comes to the room.
My idea of romance is camping by the fire, a massage and Netflix, flowers, wine, and a night out, or exploring a new city together. Not the fucking one where I'm sleeping outside.
Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, because then there comes to come.
That's very calm.
Sometimes compatibility is worth the distance. Pair me with someone anywhere in the country or from my set location. Oh, we're going anywhere in the country.
Yeah, anywhere.
Anywhere.
You're enrolled.
There we go.
Introducing expert picks.
Mm.
No one's dating life is perfect. What's one thing you'd change about yours? Well, I don't have one, but
That it existed.
Yeah, that it exists. Exactly.
not enough in-person dates. I'm sending messages and not receiving any back. That's not dating. They're not talking to you. Just started dating again and I don't know where to start. I attract the wrong people. Dating is exhausting. Oh, I attract the wrong people. When deciding if a match is right for me, my expert should keep in mind compatibility is everything. Physical attraction is key. I can be picky, so stick to my preferences, or I am open-minded.
I feel like you're open-minded.
Yeah. No, I think you're picky.
I mean, yes, but for the topic of this, I would rather the open-minded discuss.
This is true.
She's definitely
As far as personality, I tend to gravitate towards someone who is bold and outgoing, shy but sweet, deep and intellectual, or always making me laugh.
I love that first one. You said bulge and outgoing, but
bulge and deep. So you put bulge and deep.
Is there anything else I want my expert to know? I have 150 characters.
Coming, bulging, and deep. Those are very important things.
What if I become? Now that
Now
I
that
betrayed everything.
I just want to put I'm becoming.
Oh, that's good.
I'm
Please put that.
becoming.
Please put
I'm
that.
becoming, not becoming.
I'm getting a
Be-
specific
become.
expert. What? This is a job? Can we all apply to be a Match.com expert?
Oh,
Can we
that'd
though?
be
Hold
great.
on.
Can we do
I'm
that?
actually gonna look at this.
I can get
thing.
paid for that?
Apply to be a match expert. I'm gonna look this up and see if this is a thing.
This is awesome.
Match.flexjobs.com, where you flex on people.
Mm.
With the
About
cum and the
Match.
bulge.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't want to join. Okay, senior product manager. I don't want to be like a manager. I want to manage people's love lives, apparently.
Exactly. I want to be the Chuck Woolery of
I have a whole
Match.com.
team of people matching me with people.
Oh, Jesus.
There's a lot of apparently there's the match needs a lot of jobs, but I want to be like one of the people who matches people.
I love that word.
A dating expert.
Dating
Yeah.
expert.
All these look like way more fancy jobs than that.
Oh, here is my first match.
Oh, shoot. It's young Hiroshi Tanahashi.
That's it. I was about to say.
Kazuki.
It's Kazuki Okada.
Kazuki says, you speak a lot of languages. How about Japanese by chance?
I speak
Well, if
New
you-
Japan Pro Wrestling.
He has
Yeah.
he has a PhD.
Nice.
He is 5'6".
Mm.
He is a Japanese. I am a Japanese. What?
Oh, that's good.
I am a Japanese, currently working as a professional at a biotech startup company. Since I feel I'm ready for starting to build a serious relationship mentality and financially, that's a reason why I'm here. My ideal partner would be someone who speaks both English and Japanese for having better communication, but it's not mandatory. Well, I can barely speak English right now. So.
Mm.
His interests are karaoke, hiking,
Nice.
snowboarding, and microscopes.
If you
ever
could
gone
send
snowboarding?
messages,
Cher, Delaware.
I have not, but my little cousin, she's basically like a niece because she's younger than my kids, but my uncle had kids when he was like fucking 60. She's so my kids are 8, she's 7, and my youngest is 6. She's literally in between my kids. My uncle is literally in his 50s, but she is on a professional snowboarding team. They have a lot of money. Her mom and her have currently moved to Colorado, and her dad is flying back and forth between Texas and Colorado. And she's the youngest person on her little snowboarding team. There's only 8, and like 300 kids applied to be on it. So she's my little professional snowboarder.
Wow.
And I'm like, good for you, you little Asian beauty queen.
very, very impressive. If you could send messages, I would ask him if he's ever seen the movie Johnny Tsunami.
That feels very racist.
No, it's a snowboarding movie. What are we talking about here?
What was Johnny Tsunami? Wasn't he supposed to be?
I'm pretty sure he's.
Asian descent?
I'm pretty sure he was like Filipino.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is not going to come off well.
No, just tell him that the extent of your snowboarding history is watching the movie Johnny Tsunami on Disney Channel.
Well, wasn't that one Johnny? No, Johnny Kapahala was the surfing one.
Yes.
Have you ever seen Johnny Tsunami? That's the extent of my snowboarding background. My God.
Say it's an excellent film. You should watch it right now on Disney Plus for $8.99 a month.
They not pulled it yet. I just assume Disney has pulled everything by this point.
Oh, I hope not. That's a classic. Me and Jensen be talking about that.
Cordero says, "Hey there, hope you're having a good day. Hey, how's life treating you? Hey, so how is your search for love going?"
Why so many hays?
Yeah, hey. Is he from the cast of Hey Dude?
I don't know. Leo sent me a thing that said there is no need for the silent treatment.
Oh, well, damn.
That's all right. Listen, Leo.
You know what, Leo? I just unmatched with you.
Yeah.
Listen.
You get
Listen.
the block
Yo.
treatment now.
Listen.
The wife tells the kids to listen, and I always say "yo" right behind it. This is my new favorite bit that I do with her. I don't think she likes it as much as I do.
Eric says, "Hi, Cher." Oh, we read that part last week. The one that said that he is from Long Island originally. He lives in San Clemente. Okay.
Mhm.
Now he says, "My love life needs help. I broke up with a manipulative, cruel girl 3 months ago, and I'm always too tolerant and too nice and get burned. Match has been useless."
Wow.
I would ask him, burn in what way?
Did she set you on fire?
Or did she burn you below the waist? Or
Ooh.
did she just burn you at life?
If she
There's
burns below the
multiple- this
waist,
could-
I hope he got antibiotics.
You know, there's multiple ways to take what he
True.
said.
All right, Tanner. 2 truths and a lie. Not ticklish. Riding a motorcycle my whole life, and I've hiked all of Angel's Landing at Zion National Park. Bro, what? You're getting an X just for that. That's terrible. Wow, you are beautiful. My name is Eddie, and I would like to get to know you over coffee. Nope.
Aw,
Over
that's a nice
coffee?
message.
That's a nice one. I've been on some nice coffee dates in my life.
Okay,
Yeah.
listen. I was going to be nice to JV because JV, Jimmy Van, like, I was going to be nice to this man.
I thought you
okay?
said Jay-Z.
He looks
JV.
like an artist.
Until I read, "Never have I ever been to a baseball game." Goodbye.
You could take his baseball virginity, Cher Delaware.
Which child is that?
That's Harlem.
Of course it's Harlem. Harlem knows she's the star of the show.
I think her mom is or auntie is vacuuming in the living room, and she's like, "Run away, run away, run away!"
Oh, this is Sam. Sam looks like my father,
Sam looks,
but he has less hair than my father.
older gentleman. He's on
Yes.
the beach.
Does he
No,
not
look
have
at this guy.
eyeballs?
Look
Does
at
he
this
not
guy.
have eyeballs?
I
He
don't
just
know.
wears sunglasses.
He wears a lot of shades. People wear
Future's
shades.
so bright, gotta wear shades.
Ooh,
His
he wears
future
it
is
at
probably not that bright or that long.
night. Damn,
Wow.
that was
Cher is
mean.
trying to kill this man.
You killed
He
him
has
off
that
already.
he's muscular. He's 46.
Hey, 40's the new
Oh.
30.
Yeah.
No, it is not.
Hey, 40 got to be the new 30 because 30 ain't the new 20 anymore.
I'm not even 30 yet. Can we chill? I still have slightly over 3 months.
Congratulations.
Why is this guy posting pictures in a towel? Enrique, you are 44. What? And why is this towel up so
Well, yeah,
high?
why is this
That's great.
towel up
Like
so
a high
high?
waist towel.
Word.
Why you got that Urkel towel going on there?
He wears his towel as high as I wear my pants.
Yeah, what is happening?
High waters.
I don't understand. Enrique, no. Del Brico.
Del Brico.
Del Brico. He's got mirror pics, but it's just him flexing.
Oh, God.
As one does in the mirror.
But he's wearing shoes in his house, and that stresses me out.
Gotta take your shoes off when you
Gotta
enter the
take your
door.
shoes off.
Yeah. Cannot be tracking whatever you brought in from the outside and into the carpet.
This is true.
I loved that my Airbnb in Newark, she had a rule that you had to take your shoes off in the entryway. So every time somebody came over, I'm like, take your shoes off. Because I can do that when it's my house. But when it's, you know, I can't be like, take your fucking shoes off. But I could there. It was great. It was like 3 a.m. when Emilio showed up and he walked in the living room and I was like, nope, back in there. Go take your shoes off. This is Lewis with his picture with his wife.
Well, what?
That could be his daughter.
Yeah, he does look old enough that it could be his daughter.
He does look old enough that could be his daughter.
I doubt it.
Let's not stereotype this man.
He is 45.
That could definitely be his daughter.
Yeah, that can be his late 20s-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
Spontaneous road trips to Fenway Park is his favorite thing.
There you go. You yelled at the last guy for not going to baseball games. This guy just goes spontaneously.
Exactly. X him out. X him out already.
Yeah, I already X'd him. We don't go to Fenway Park.
Exactly. Wow. We don't do that.
This guy's from Laguna Beach. Should I ask him if he knows Lauren Conrad?
Yes.
100%. Absolutely.
Okay.
What's the guy from One Tree Hill? Chase.
And
if he knows Chase from One Tree Hill. Steven Coletti.
Okay, that's what I asked him. Alex likes me. Alex has teardrop tattoos.
Oh, nice. Tell him, does he know Dominic Mysterio? And what cell block did they stay in? What cell block did they stay in?
He has pictures of him in his suits with his teardrop tattoos. He's white. And then he's got a picture of his freaking Costco executive member card.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yup, that's what's up. Just ask him, was he the guy that Dominic slapped in prison?
He is from San Diego.
There you go.
He loves Clueless.
Oh.
This man may know Dominic Mysterio, spent time in the clink with him, Costco card, and loves Clueless?
Come on.
I feel like we found your husband. Cher.
Yeah, we found your match. He loves Clueless. Your name is Cher. Come on.
He has a full leg tattoo, like a full leg sleeve and 2 arm sleeves.
The only thing we need to find out to make this complete is if he's your ex brother-in-law. Then he's perfect for you.
What?
The only problem
you didn't know the payoff for Clueless is that she goes out with her ex brother-in-law.
Yeah, they make out at the end.
Yes.
But I mean, honestly, who could blame her? Because you've never seen it.
Paul Rudd was the best option.
Yeah,
for
Paul
Cher,
Rudd
definitely.
was the ex brother-in-law, so of course you're gonna make out with Paul Rudd.
This movie sounds awful.
You never seen Clueless? Oh my god.
Okay,
No. We need right now. We need Jeremy to say that he is going to watch Clueless so we can talk about Clueless next week on the show.
Do we have to have a Clue watch along or Clueless watch along?
We need to either have a Clueless watch along or next week's show devoted to reviewing Clueless after Jeremy has actually watched it.
The wife definitely is not listening because she'd be texting me, yelling at me about never seeing Clueless at this point.
How dare you?
Hey, Cher, Happy New Year. What are you getting up to in 2023? How is your practice going?
Oh, that was nice.
What was I practicing?
Your marital, aren't you a marital therapist?
No, I thought he meant I was practicing something.
You should say it's going well. I'm almost at Carnegie Hall.
No, you should answer him back and be like, practice? We talking about practice? We not talking about
this ain't the game. This ain't the game that Sherilyn loves to play.
This is not all about the game and how you play it.
We talking about practice.
We're highlighting members that stand out for me, curated for me. Okay, this is Michael. He is a truck driver. He has a big head. He is Catholic. His best scar story was when he ran into a garage door. That seems not like a good story.
That doesn't sound like a fun story.
No,
Marijuana is not for me. I never smoke.
X.
Last thing he had to Google was, is it Berenstain Bears or Berenstain Bears? Okay, no. I'm out
X.
of here.
Big time X.
This is Ben. He is 37. He looks very much like someone from California.
Oh, snap. Is that Earth 2 Buff Bagwell if he didn't get to the drugs?
Oh, look at the double thumbs up.
Yeah, double thumbs.
This guy, he had a nice smile.
Got nice hair.
Yeah.
He likes watching and playing sports. He would like to venture out and do more outdoor activities. No.
Babe,
I like to
Jeremy's
go
never
out on the
seen
town, but would
Clueless.
love to stay in. 5'11".
Why are you just dissing me to your wife?
Because I'm like amazed
What
at the fact you've never seen Clueless. Because Cher is doing her whole dating thing, and the guy said he loves Clueless. I was like, this is perfect. Your name's Cher. He loves Clueless. I was like, the only thing we need to get is him being your ex-brother-in-law. And Jeremy didn't get the joke because he's never seen the movie.
Now you've spoiled it. I don't want to watch it now.
Should be common knowledge at this point. The movie's been out for 25 plus years. What are we talking about?
Oh?
Never
the
married,
movie's been
no
out for a long.
kids.
I don't know what the fuck happens in Avatar, and that's been out forever.
I don't know either, and
never
I don't
seen
want to
that
know.
either.
I don't want to. I don't want to know.
First one. Won't
He
watch the
speaks
second.
English,
neither.
French, Portuguese, and Spanish.
Nice.
He likes The Office, South Park, Always Sunny, and Reno 911.
He says South Park. He gets a thumbs up from me.
Good shows.
Oh no, he's conservative.
No.
Eric, let's see about you.
Cartman?
Eric looks like he's trying to be a model. and
Matthews.
he's not succeeding.
When a crime breaks out and the cute girl shall get the good-looking
Good-looking
guy.
guy.
When there's a crime out there, he's gonna comb his hair. He's the
He's a
good-looking
Good-looking
guy.
guy.
Okay, he drinks, he never smokes, never married, no kids, exercises 3 to 4 times per week, he plays hockey, he likes to go to record stores. You know what? We're going to like him. He didn't have any big red flags.
Yeah, exactly.
Small ones.
Just small
tiny.
ones. I mean, I have big red flags. So if they just have small ones, we're doing good. We can't both have big red flags.
You know what we didn't talk about, Jeremy, that we talked about on social media is that I think we've addressed it a couple of times on the show, but we need a show dedicated to it. Is both of our love of Catfish, of the show Catfish.
Yes.
I love Catfish.
Yes, like like we were talking about what's the MJ episode of Catfish, and I said it was you called me a fat Kelly Price. That's the that's the go. That's the
I
goat
feel
episode.
like that one, and then the guy who is like crazy sitting at the table, like they have the memes of that. He's like, I gotta find it.
Jeremy said second would be which one? Which one did you say? The Katy
The guy
Perry.
that comes in like
Katy Perry.
clapping.
Oh,
Katy
yeah.
Perry.
Katy Perry and that one. Yeah, that's a
Katy
big one.
Perry. The one. Go ahead.
The one I was also going to mention is Hundra. Do y'all remember Hundra with Machine Gun Kelly was the guest?
Yes.
Was the guest host?
Yeah.
And she was like did the
Yes,
whole
the
thing
clapping
as
guy.
a ploy.
Yeah, the clapping guy. Yeah, that one's really good. Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly, where he keeps calling her corny.
It's not as
and
good
everything.
anymore. Like it's so set up now. I mean, it was always set up, but it's so set up now. Like it's so obvious.
The
one
last
that.
one. No,
Go ahead, SP.
Go ahead.
One that is like one of my favorites is it was in North Carolina. It's these two girls, and they go to like this garage, and like the dude like pulls the garage up, and the girl with the girl who's getting catfish is like, wait, I forgot the guy's name. But he's like, that's my baby daddy. And he just like shuts the garage door. Oh, that one's so good.
That one's
That one's
really
really
good.
good.
There's the
I always hate the ones where it's like their ex getting back at him because I feel
Yeah.
so bad for them. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
that does suck. I was gonna say the one I remember that was OD was this guy that was like a serial catfisher. So they had multiple girls trying to catch
Mhm.
him, and then he had files of their pictures in his phone. And then when they first meet him,
yeah.
they're about to walk away, and they walk away, and he's like, "I love you all," and Neve
Yeah.
gets on him like,
That dude
"What
was-
did you just say?"
Yeah, swing on that dude. Yeah.
No,
I like
best one.
the one where the girl is pretending to be is it Romeo?
Bow Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bow Wow.
Yes.
Yes. I
And she
love
talks
that one.
about how she gets with them and she wears a dildo and they don't know the difference. That was great. That was a
Like,
great.
no, that's no. That's
My
not
favorite
true.
one where Neve gets upset is the guy who makes believe he's like a hip hop artist and he fools this girl into being his assistant, and then Neve meets him and he's got his phone in his hand and Neve tosses his phone into the river. I was like, yo, he violated. He violated too.
Yeah, that one with that guy was Artist and Jess because his name was Justin and he was like his thing was he was going to expose cheaters. So that's why he had this catfish profile and it was like, what? I remember the one from like the really early season where they'd been talking for like 10 years and they both ended up being real and they actually dated, but then they broke up.
There was one where like they'd been talking for years. I don't know if it's the same one. And like they scammed the catfish thing so they could meet each other. And
that's a different one. It was
Yeah.
like out in California. This was Lauren and Derek because she
okay.
had a
I remember
kid
that
or
one.
whatever.
Yeah.
And they ended up getting engaged, but then they broke up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
remember
I
that
know
one.
I know which one you're talking about. It's a black girl with like braids.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, she's the one that fools. She's like one of the first ones that fools catfish.
Yeah,
just so
because they
she
wanted
can meet.
catfish to pay them. Or
Yeah.
to pay for them
just so
to
they could like
meet.
meet each other. Yeah. They were like, oh, like it's up. And like, no, we both know like we're real and everything. We think we're real. And yeah, like we just wanted to do this show. So we got a free trip so we could actually meet each other.
That's
And they went
what we
along
should-
with it. They're like, yeah, sure.
That's what we
whatever.
should do. Watch Catfish from the beginning, every episode.
We should do that.
It would be amazing. Okay,
What's
I
the
have,
challenge?
I have 95 messages
Oh my
on
gosh.
Match.
All right, let's do a couple more and then we got to get out of here. We're already past an hour and a half.
Okay, I've got one that says, "Hi, you're such a stylish girl. How are you doing?"
Ooh la la.
Okay, it's coming from someone dressed like this.
Kel McCarr.
Kill my car.
They spelled it wrong, but
It's gonna be a no, brother.
No for
More
me,
for me, brother.
It's a no for me, brother.
I feel like I showed this one last time. He looks like someone that I know, and I can't figure out who it is.
I don't know.
It's an actor.
The Thing, the guy that plays the Thing in Fantastic Four.
Michael Chiklis? No, he doesn't look like Michael Chiklis.
No, if anybody in the chat knows. Harry from Sex and the City. He looks like Charlotte's
Oh,
husband.
Yeah,
Never watched that show.
yeah, I did.
He looks like Charlotte's husband. Yeah, none of our chat is gonna know that. I love your half ginger, half blonde look. Fuck you, Joshua.
Can't you say like red? Why you gotta go ginger?
Ginger.
Oh god, the MAGA hat guy just oh my god.
Oh,
what
no.
are these
Oh, boy.
messages?
Oh boy, what did he say?
Bro.
Whoa, he wrote you a story.
What in
What was
the
that story
hell?
All
about?
right,
I'm
should we
not
read
reading
this?
all of that.
Okay.
Let me just scan
Can you
through
send it? Can you send it in the private chat? Or DM.
Yeah.
Can you DM it to me? I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it first to myself, and then I will see if it's fit to be read on air.
Yeah, this is a lot.
Because I don't know. He might be saying some shit that I'm just not gonna put out in public.
Yes.
I'll send it to Ask Aubrey or something.
As Luis said in the chat, red flag on the play.
Yeah, very much, very much.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at SP3 with this Dominic photo.
What is wrong with this man?
So I totally agreed. I know we're not supposed to allow to talk about it, but I totally agree with Jeremy's tweet. Dominic is the Sami Zayn to Judgment Day's bloodline. He is.
The wife literally took my phone last night. Tossed it away from me. She's like, nope, not doing that.
It's true. It's true. He was the key. He was the key to reviving them.
He
I
is
was just-
the only person in that group who is scary is Rhea.
Yes. 100%.
What are we doing? Talking
Jeremy,
about
do I have your phone number?
I think so. Pretty
That
sure you
dude
do.
did write a novel.
Yeah, okay. I am gonna just send you them that way because
Okay.
there's a lot and you can
Okay.
only do one at a time on there's 14 screenshots.
What? the hell? Do we have like can we at least read like the first sentence or is it a
Jeremy's
run-on
gonna-
sentence?
Jeremy's got it. It's
All right.
multiple messages.
Okay.
Jeez.
I mean, they've not come through.
This guy says, I noticed you wrote hot air ballooning as an interest. How many times have you gone? 14.
No, you should be like that. That's to say that I ever came back.
I've never gone. I just think it's interesting.
There you go. No, you say you're just putting that into the universe so someone will take you out on a first date with that.
This guy's pickup line. I met some Christmas lights at a bar once. I asked them what they were doing there. They replied, when one of us goes out, we all go out.
Okay, I've read the
Okay.
first screenshot, and let me tell you,
Let me tell you.
Tell me.
Talk to me.
let me tell you, brother.
Talk to me.
Oh boy, it's
Interesting.
I'm gonna like surmise this. He basically thinks you are looking for a guy to fix, and he's telling you you cannot fix a guy. You need to accept whoever you're dating as who he is.
You don't say.
This is how I wasted 5 critical years of my life. I met a woman who was beautiful, sexy, and very charming. I was totally smitten by her,
Doubt
but
that.
there were things about her and her background that I ignored that I never should have ignored. I'm not going to get into all of this stuff because this is her personal business, and the things he says about her are not. Again.
Why is he? Oh my god! Oh, this guy says your profile confuses the fuck out of me. Merry Christmas.
Oh, well, this explains a lot about this guy. Ohio is his home state, so.
he's like, yo, got my explanation.
Yeah,
He's from Ohio. Oh man.
I can't. The way you said it just so like monotone.
That was his honest response. His honest response was, "Oh, this makes a whole lot of sense."
it does. It does.
What the hot dog is going on? That's what this guy just sent me. Oh, because in my display picture, I'm wearing the Cash and Dax as hot dog shirt.
That's
There you
good.
go.
That's
There you
good.
go. There you go.
But he doesn't have any pictures, and his name is Amigo Lover.
This guy believes you would love Wisconsin. I don't know That impression.
That's not true.
Hello, Wisconsin. That 90s show, I'm gonna watch it. It's probably gonna suck though.
This guy said, "I suck at this, but you're hot."
At least he went with honest. He went with his honest.
Yeah. This guy is just like burying his ex, which not a fan of that. These messages are over multiple days now that
Yes, that's what I
noticed.
said. They're like,
okay.
He's coming back and sending me more
Yeah.
messages after I've
No, he's legitimately like he named like all the red flags that were wrong with his ex, and that was like part of the first messages. And then he comes back days later and he's like, "Let me again tell you why my ex is a terrible person and why I was completely wrong for marrying her. Once again, you can't fix any guy. Like
he was cutting the same. He's cutting the same promo multiple times.
Yeah, he's just it's just the same thing. Oh boy, this is
slightly disturbing.
This guy has. Oh man,
slightly disturbing.
Balamku says, "You have me intrigued."
Say you had me at Belanco.
Oh, hey Cher, love your profile. Hey Cher, I can make magic happen. Okay.
How long have you been a magician?
Are you a witch or a magician?
Are you a wizard?
Oh God, hit me up on WhatsApp. Every interesting you are. What? Is this freaking Yoda?
These are not the drones you want.
Like your style. Let's date. Finally, a woman on this site who didn't write an essay about herself. Didn't think that was possible. Damn, you're like going after it.
like you gotta throw shade to everybody else and compliment you.
So I'm very enthralled by this.
I can tell by how closely you're reading this, Jeremy.
Oh, that. So like he comes back on January 4th and he says,
not January 6th. Oh,
no.
Okay.
So, no, he was busy that day.
He said, "Yep, Cher." Oh, January 4th would have been Wednesday. We probably looked at his profile on Tuesday. So,
yeah.
Okay. So he said, "Yep, Cher, I saw that. You looked at my profile today, and I know exactly what you're thinking. Hey, look, this asshole lives in northern Wisconsin. I wonder what the weather is like up there." And then he goes on to talk about the entire weather, and he says, "You get used to the winter, and eventually you love it." He's letting you know that it'll be fine.
That is a lie.
He's just explaining his entire day. More stuff about the weather. He's just telling you about his life. I'm waiting for him to just bury the ex again.
What? Okay, I got a message from a guy that says, "Do you like white Italian guys? Is there another kind of Italian that's not white?"
Sicilian. That's a black Italian, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know, but like Italian is like not a like ethnicity. Like are you still reading that?
Oh, there's a lot of messages, as you know, Cher Delaware.
Yeah, I know.
All right, you don't have to do this on air or anything, because we're about to wrap up here. We're at an
There
hour.
she is.
Hi.
Knocked down my mic.
So you don't have to read this on air. You're gonna have to read this at some point, Cher. Like, I'm just gonna tell you, you're gonna have to read it because it is very fascinating. I'm going to have the wife read it, and I'm sure she will message you about it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'll send them to you too, SP3.
There's a lot here. Let me just say that. I can't tell. Part of me feels a little bad for him. No, it sounds like he's fair. It sounds like he's been through some things and he's like just looking for a friend.
Does he think that I'm his therapist?
It kind of feels that way with everything he says. The other part of me thinks he's a complete asshole, but There's a
I
lot
felt
there.
like he was a complete asshole just burying his ex.
Yeah, that's the big part of me that thinks he's a complete asshole, along with the red hat and everything. Yeah, there's a lot there. So, boy.
Oh boy.
Anyway, all right. Any more messages? I know there's like 3 million more.
No, that's good for today.
Okay. All right. SP3, you want to plug anything?
Twitter machine at True Hill SP3. Later today, we got the Believe in Pro Wrestling podcast with me and Rick. Check out me and Alex Monday Night Live on ITR Clips and the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, and True Harlem Heat. That's going to be her YouTube channel when she starts one.
True Harlem Heat. Nice. Cher, do you want to plug anything?
Follow SP3 at True Heel SP3, and I don't know. Don't send me messages like that.
Yeah. Yeah, follow SP3. Hit True Heel SP3. Stay tuned to Fightful Overbooked. Hi, follow True Harlem Heat whenever that gets launched. Stay tuned to Fightful Overbooked. We got new stuff all week. Check out Tag Talk. How can I promote Tag Talk here? I think we gotta boot share there. Follow Tag Talk, Haley and Kylie right there. New episodes are on Mondays at 3 Eastern. Tim and Joel, which is now at 8 at night instead of 8 in the morning on Sundays.
Primetime Pearl.
I guess so. I'm sure that time slot will change next week because I feel like he changes it every single week at this point. Should be a New Japan episode up soon. Kieran was at all the New Japan shows, all the shows in Japan the last week, so I'll have a live perspective on all those. And I don't know, there's just Rob and Maggie coexisting. I'm on Coexisting After Dark this week, so we haven't recorded that yet. I'm sure it'll be nonsense as usual, but
I'll be on Coexisting, I think, the first week of March.
There you go. All right, so a lot coming up here on the show on Fightful Overbooked. Stay tuned. We'll be back next week with more dating stuff, more basketball.
Catfish episode coming to
more
you.
Nonsense.
Clueless.
I gotta watch Clueless. Sure. I know what happened. You spoiled it.
You'll forget everything I said.
Bye, everybody.